different strategies for drunk driver.
Look at that lean.
Coming third! Coming third! Come on, Pete! Nate, you little dick squeak. I've never been happy. NFL Blitz, 1997. Coy and I are gonna dance.
When do we decide for a tie? This fight?
Oh, yeah. Go. Good old-fashioned bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, baby!
Players make plays.
Hey, little kids playing Call of Duty are the most filthy motherfuckers out there. Luck is just opportunity meets preparation. I'm an adequate racer. I'll admit that. But I'm the best battler in the world. No, you do it, baby! You suck. You're on Mike. What do you mean, Nate? He has a ghost and a fucking speedy
And he just played his red shells absolutely perfect.
I finally figured out the controls. Where is everyone? How far ahead can it be? Yes! We're still alive!
That was some hot cheese soup. I don't know how I avoided that.
Welcome to the Barstool Game Time review of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I am your host, KenJac from Lights Camera Podcast, here to show you what to look forward to in the 11th installment of the Assassin's Creed franchise, which is coming out October 5th of this year. So you see they're starting you out in the Battle of Thermopylae, little homage to 300, shout out Gerard Butler. I am a big-time movie boy after all. And they're going to throw you straight into the combat, which if you've played Assassin's Creed Origins, you know has been completely revamped from button mashing into a heavy-light attack combo move system in which you can upgrade your attacks depending on how many skill points you have. So you can see here I'm fighting one of the pit bosses who are very difficult to take down. And you see in the training wheels mode they're going to give you a slow-mo so that you can figure out how to move the actual controls. You have to dodge any of those charged up power attacks or you're just dead. You can't parry them at all. You can see here we have a nice little kill sequence. Basically impale that guy like I'm Vlad or something. So now we're going to go into the main campaign. You have the choice to go between a female or male character whose names I'll keep back. Just kidding, because they have it in subtitles. I chose a character named Cassandra. As you can see here, she's in her house, fondling the Spear of Leonidas. Now I get to beat up some thugs who were sent by a loan shark who's coming to collect a debt from your boss, who is a smaller loan shark named Marcos, who we'll be introduced to later.
The Cyclops always collects his debts. You have a lesson to learn.
If the Cyclops wants to teach me...
So this is the first introduction to the element of choice in this game, which is much more like an RPG than a linear storyline, which pretty much every single Assassin's Creed has been so far. So I can either kill these guys or let them go. I choose to kill them because they came to my house and punched me in the face. Get a quick look at the inventory system. Again, nothing new if you've played Assassin's Creed Origins. Get a couple different items, and you can only pick ones that are appropriate to your level. So, for example, I wouldn't be able to wear, right now as a level 1, anything past level 1.
All right.
So here's Marcos, you're a loan shark / entrepreneur boss who's sort of a scumbag.
Of course. Well, no, not at the moment.
Then get it.
Instantly, my friend, instantly. But maybe you should do that. There is a merchant in Sammy.
There's a lot of humor involved with Marcos, which is pretty funny and had me giggling in my seated points. So now we get introduction to stealth, and stealth has been a huge aspect in all the Assassin's Creed games, and they've been a pioneer in it in the field forever.
Can't let the rest of those Malakas get away.
Very classic Assassin's Creed move to move through the tall grass and then distract somebody or whistle or get a guard's attention so that you can kill them in a secluded area. A big thing to remember is that you cannot instantly assassinate anybody who's a too high level above you. You'd only take out a chunk of their health, and that chunk varies depending on how high their level is.
Time to get Phoebe out of here.
Cassandra, I'm here.
Here's a look at some of the humor in the game. Sometimes Assassin's Creed can be a little too solemn, and this game is a little more jovial, which is fun.
I weave baskets for the market, but my cart is ruined. How can I repair it? Or sell my wares without it? Without you?
I'm listening, child of Vermis.
Oh, mighty God, I beg you, help me.
Your prayer is heard. You will find riches at your door sooner than you expect.
I knew you'd listen. My every sunrise and sunset is yours. Everything beneath my humble roof in Sami is devoted to you.
Yes, now go home and wait for fate to intervene.
I will, great God.
Again, an element of choice there. I could have chose to let her believe whatever she wanted, but I chose to be nice. So as you gain infamy, you have mercenaries come and try and kill you. I tried to kill this mercenary. He's a level 5, even though I'm a level 2 at this point, because I wanted to see how difficult it might be. And guess what? I got 2 hit like an absolute bitch.
Because of interest. I don't have
So another element of the choice here, you can either intimidate this merchant into giving you the money, or you can let him keep it because he pleads, oh my family, oh my family.
But my family.
It's hot. I'm in a bad mood. And you're going to pay. We both know it. Now the question is, what do I break first? You? Or your merchandise?
Cassandra, good to see you. Hey, stop! That's my stuff!
That's right, broke 3 pots. That's all it took to get this guy to bend. So here's an example of the Eagle gameplay. So if you haven't played Assassin's Creed Origins, again, this is more of a new feature. You can use it similar to, for those of you who have played Ghost Recon Wildlands, the drone, sort of similar to that. So you can go through and you can mark enemies, and it will track them while you're running through outside of Eagle mode, and it'll also tell you what level they are, so you can appraise whether they are worth trying to assassinate / attack in general. Because you can see, I'm a level 3 at this point, and there's a lot of level 3s here, and some level 4s as well. And you see a little gold circle that goes around as I'm flying through. That gold circle represents how close I am to my quest objective, and if I'm able to get that gold circle to close in all the way, it'll mark that objective and track it for me. Note to self, I fucking suck at flying the Eagle. Like, really sucked at flying the Eagle. Really sucked at flying the Eagle.
Hello, I see you.
So here's the Blacksmith system, very basic, buying and selling. You can get rid of any items that you have that maybe you've leveled out of, and you can use that money to buy new items. There's a lot of different weapons you can choose from, as opposed to just have sword and dagger combos. So you have daggers, swords, axes, spears, staffs, all sorts of stuff to choose from, which is very fun, and the variety really makes them for a more interesting game. As you can see, each of them have a different engraving slot as well, similar to the God of War system, and each of the engravings that you give it can give it a different sort of power-up. So now that I'm a level 5, I can actually take on this mercenary that beat my shit up last time. Big note to self here, don't ever, if you can avoid it, step in the fire, because then you light on fire and you can't put yourself out until you dodge a lot and roll. Look at that. Beat his shit in. And now the next time I get a mercenary, it's going to be someone tough.
The gods as my witness, I swear! Which one? What difference does it make?
So now you're fighting essentially your first big boss, the Cyclops, who is the essentially godfather of your first starting location.
From one man in all my days.
Let him go.
No one on this island is allowed to say that word!
Did he say Cyclops? Did he hurt your feelings?
I don't like it when people call me that! I didn't.
But you're so fat. I mean, big and strong. And you really do only have one eye.
My eye? Give it to me. Give it to me and I won't kill Marcos for having you steal it! Give it to me!
You want it?
Not safe for work.
Go get it.
So I had to fight this battle about 10 times until a game developer came over and helped me actually win it. It was very difficult, which again is good because sometimes these games that come out of over the last 10 years have been just too easy to fight. I like the ranged enemies in this game a lot because they don't just sit there in the middle of the melee field and try and kill you. They'll run away and try and stay back as far as possible.
We shouldn't delay here any further.
So here's a quick look at the Naval Combat system. So this is the first time it's being brought back since Rogue. It's a ton of fun, and it's a lot different than it was in the previous installments, obviously, because there's no gunpowder. So it uses all trireme combat, which is based on ramming as opposed to cannons. You can see here I just got rammed right there, and then we really dive in for this guy. So a big feature of this is the boost, which is pushing forward and clicking X or A if you're on Xbox. And the ram damage is way more significant than the arrow and spear damage, as you can see from the broadsides. Similar to Rogue, you can also board the ships. It's very difficult at times depending on what type of ship you're going after. This big one I tried to board once, and the captain of it killed me and my top lieutenant at the time, which was very demoralizing. See there, just got absolutely fucking T-boned, which takes a ton of health out. And then, boom, smash this motherfucker. As part of ship combat, you can recruit guys, anybody you kill during the game. You can, if you're able to knock them out instead of actually killing them, you can recruit them onto your crew. So if you have any high-level enemies you're fighting and you manage to knock them out as opposed to kill them, you can recruit them on, and then they help you fight whenever you board another ship, which is immensely handy. As you can see here, it's sort of a trouble for me, but I bought the Spartan Kick upgrade in the skill menu. Specifically, it's because it's able to knock people out. So you can see there's the recruiting process, and different people that you recruit will bring different abilities to your ship.
Today is the day you earn your freedom. Join my crew and sail with us.
You can see there I chose specifically that lieutenant because he has better power-ups. So this is one of the last big choice moments of the game that I wanted to show you guys, in which there are some cornered farmers who stole some supplies to survive, and you have the option to either kill them or let them go. I chose to kill them, much to the chagrin of the game developers who were there and that told me I was the only person to ever choose that. At the end of the day, I think this game is very fun, and it also had one of the biggest maps I think I've ever seen. It is hugely immersive, and I think there's just so much to explore. And I thought the same thing about Rogue when that had come out. I was like, wow, this map is huge. I don't even know if I can explore this much. And this is maybe 3 times the size of that. And, you know, I played for 4 hours straight, and I was doing a speed run so that I can get as much footage as possible. And still, I don't think I even touched the tip of the iceberg. I would say that you should probably give this a shot. I think it looks really fun, and for me personally, I think Greek history is fascinating, and I'm happy that they finally took the dive into it. I think I'll be purchasing it when it comes out, and I'm interested to see where the story goes. And again, just the immersiveness in that map and the amount of storylines and quest lines available, and that element of choice as opposed to it all being linear, just to me is extremely cool, and that is something that is very attractive to me as somebody who looks for that in most video games, as opposed to it just being a black and white storyline that you just need to follow down the line. So that'll be it. I am KenJac, doing this review for Stool Game Time. I think this game is about an 87 out of 100 based off the gameplay demo. And, you know, go like, subscribe, do all that stuff that YouTubers bitch at you about. So that we can do more of these reviews for you, so that you can get a taste of what the game is like before you go and buy it yourself, which is obviously a huge problem in modern video games. So, yeah, that's been it.